So how did you find out about Geraldine?
I had told the folks at Canvasback, the medical mission group, that if they found the right patient, maybe I could pull off obtaining airfare, obtaining volunteer services in Reading, and maybe we could make it happen. I didn't know who Geraldine was at the time, but it didn't take very long, and one of the doctors on one of the mission trips contacted me, and one of the doctors on one of the mission trips contacted me and described Geraldine and her elbow, her dislocated elbow, and I thought this would be a perfect patient to take care of. I knew it was going to be quite a bit of surgery and quite a bit of recovery, but this would be an ideal patient.
As a matter of fact, the day after her surgery, her mother asked us, "Why us? Why Geraldine?" And I thought, wow, that's a good question. I thought, how did you get picked? I think just God picked you, because we were really praying about that we knew we had volunteers and we had services here, a great medical community, but no patient. And for a long time we prayed, God, just bring the person here that really needs help. And so I told her mom, God picked you.
Getting this accomplished really wasn't that hard. Dr. Schwartz very much wanted to be part of this, and he even talked about traveling to Majuro, but he couldn't find the time. So when I approached him with this idea of helping Geraldine, he was very much in favor of it. He made the inquiries at the hospital about obtaining free OR time, and he made the inquiries also about obtaining hardware. The hardware is very expensive. Since he does a lot of work at the hospital with that particular brand of hardware, they were very generous and just donated the time and the hardware.
And that's why she can't bend it, because it kind of just goes to about like that and stops because it won't go. So we have to do that, okay, and get it back into its normal position. We'll take very good care of her. I do a lot of shoulder and elbow surgery, and I do a lot of pediatric surgery in town.
This is her elbow in the dislocated position. You can see the humerus is here and the radius is here. We can bring her up over now. We've got all this mobilized and bring her back to the relocated position. Well, she had a huge chunk of bone back here that we had to take off, which was probably from that capitellum up there, but we can't put it back on. So there, her ligament is back together. Compass elbow frame.
That wrench, yeah.
And it's better than just casting it, because with a cast, she'll just get stiff in whatever position she's in. With this device, we're going to center it on the center of rotation of the elbow, and then she'll be able to move her arm in the device to get motion back, rather than being stiff. But it'll still keep the elbow joint reduced. It will allow it to keep it from dislocating.
Geraldine, the doctor was really proud of you, and your arm's all fixed, okay? Take some good deep breaths.
We have had only a few negative comments. Why her? Why not somebody from the local community? And the reality is, the folks in the Marshall Islands, particularly Geraldine, had no other option other than this. If we were not going to do this, the next orthopedic team was going to be in a year or two. By then, her elbow would have been ruined and there would have been no chance at surgery. And the reality is that most people here do have at least some options for health care.
The dentist in town stepped forward, and this dentist heard about her and just said, I want to offer free dental care.
This is called number 30, and she has a problem with number 19. So we are going to do our best. Usually this age they don't get cavity that large that would involve almost the whole coronal or crown portion of the tooth, but that's what she has, and we have to deal with whatever we can in a short time that we have.
So we just took Geraldine's external fixator off, and this is a picture of her in full flexion, and this is a picture in full extension. So she goes from about 100 degrees up to about 130, 120, 130. She can get her hand to her face, and she can use her arm in front of her. As she goes along from now forward and does some motion exercises, she'll probably get much better movement of her elbow. She'll be pretty good within about a week or so. She should be using her arm pretty well and able to reach her face and do things with it.
Be able to travel back home, right?
Yeah, I think she's going back home next week, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have the medical appointments, follow-up appointments with Geraldine gone as far as the professionals are concerned?
Geraldine at times has been a bit of a challenge. She's a 9-year-old girl. She's had surgery. It hurts. It's a culturally different experience. Often she's had the camera. It's all very new to her, and sometimes she has been pretty grumpy. There's been times when she's been very sweet, but there's been times when she's been pretty grumpy. Now, as her pain level has gone down and her arm is moving a little better, we've got the pins out, you see a lot more smiles.
You can do without. Just think about tightening up and relax. And that's it.
I'm going to do it.
So how did your children, your family, respond to the idea of the process?
Well, I think at first our children are so used to having exchange students that, and our house is already pretty full with children. I think their first response might have been, where are we going to put them? And we don't have room for this. And so, but you know, God is good. Fortunately, we had 3 families come forward to host Geraldine and her mom. And one ended up doing transportation, and the other 2 shared the time of hosting Geraldine and her mom. So.
Come on, good girl. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, are you having fun? No? Don't lie to me.
What's next?
For Geraldine, she'll be returning to Majuro, and she will be receiving physical therapy in Majuro. And we're hoping at the end of the day, which may be 6 months from now, she can get her elbow to her mouth and extend it close to normal. In the future, for this plan, what do I want to do? Where do I hope this goes? I hope people can use this example and maybe reproduce it in their community.
I said
Okay.
when I was sleeping and when I wake up, it's you.
When she opened her eyes, she went, oh, gee.
See what
Are
you
they
said?
laughing around you?
She said, what did you say? Tell me what you said. Tell me what you said.
She goes, Mommy, I thought I was dreaming because I dream about Jean making a video on me, and I said, yes. And what happened? My goodness, when I opened my eyes, it's real. Jean was standing looking at me.